Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called 20% by Abandoning Sunday. And it starts out with these really cool piano licks, and I'm kind of turning some of those into guitar licks. So you can start off second on the A string, and then fourth fret on the G string. And I'm kind of lining that up. I'm doing this finger style, kind of lining thumb up for the bass and kind of index finger for the G string. And starting with those two at the same time. And then second finger is on the B string third fret, and you could kind of go to that with the middle finger. So it's almost like a thumb index together middle idea, kind of thumb and index middle, and then we go back to index middle, and then I'm kind of throwing in this cool little pull off where you can play fifth fret on the B string, and then kind of try and get that to fall off the string to get the sound carried back to third fret, and then we come back in index middle. So randomly, the frets you're playing, you're kind of going 4 3 4 3 5 3 4 3 4 3 4 3 5 3 4 3. And then from there, we could kind of change that first finger note to the low E string on the third fret. And I know the piano does some variations here. I'm kind of keeping the lick the same. I just thought that intro lick was awesome. So we could kind of start with that 3 on the low E with the 4 on the G at the same time, and kind of do that same lick. Kind of dig on that part. Actually, we'll talk about a lot of easier ways to do this, but I just thought that was a really cool lick. So you got kind of this 2 and 4 3 4 3 5 3 4 3 4 and 2 and 4 3 4 3 5 3 4 3, and then 3 and 4 3 4 3 5 3 4 3 3 and 4 3 4 3 5 3 4 3. If you want to kind of follow some of those notes, and the chords that would back that up on the intro would be a B minor chord. And we'll talk about some easy ways to play this, but normally you would do the second fret bar, second finger on the B third fret, third finger on the D fourth fret, and the pinky on the G fourth fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also dig on lifting off the pinky and making that a B minor 7. And an easier way to play B minor 7 would be doing first finger on the A second, second finger on the G second, and third finger on the high E second fret. And if you kind of strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a B minor 7. Or you may dig on first finger on the A second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working that for your B minor. Or you could even lift off the pinky of that and make it a B minor 11. So you may kind of dig on those voicings. And then from the B minor, we'd be going to a G major chord. I normally do this first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the high E third. If you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on putting the third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working that for your G major. And we're basically alternating between those two chords, kind of the B minor, da 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 G. So I'm kind of doing an 8 down count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 on the B minor, 8 down count on the G. Now there are definitely points in the tune though where you almost double time that, actually, kind of B minor, G, kind of trying to get 16 on each one. And there are other points in the tune actually where you kind of hear it kind of dissolve and kind of just a 4 hit. 1 2 3 4, kind of through the tune. And that progression works for our intro and also for our verses. Now one of my favorite strum patterns, if you're leaning towards the strum pattern, for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the B minor and just tried that a lot. You got down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. There's a couple ways you could kind of apply that. You could do it really slow, right? Was the 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. 1 2 1 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the B minor and do it down for 4, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. And on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. You go 1 2 3 4 up on 2, down on 3. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, we're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. So all together, you got down. Especially in the second half of the intro, it's kind of a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. A lot of down ups here. Down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So we tried that through the intro. You have the B minor. From that intro, we'll be going into our verse part, and you kind of hear where it's almost kind of a stop time, actually. We have a big B minor, and then a big G, and then we kind of pick it back up on our strumming. So we got a B minor, G, B minor, G, B minor. And then from there, then we go into kind of like a little intro return, actually kind of a verse tag. And one other thing I think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass for the chord. So B minor, you'd have the A for the bass, and the G, you'd have the low E string for the bass. So you can kind of think on adding some basses to that. G, low E bass. Or if you're digging on the 16th patterns, you could work it as a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, or bass, bass, down, up, bass, down, up. Very, very cool variations. So we tried that through our next verse. We have the B minor, pick it back up on our G, B minor, G. From there, then we'll be going into our chorus part. In our chorus, we kind of end up with kind of our 2 on a G, and then we go to an A major chord. Normally, you do this first finger on the D second finger on the G second, third finger on the B second. So a big party on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord. That sounds really, really happy. Now around the A in general, it can be cool to lift the third finger, make that an A sus2. We could add in the pinky on the B string third for an A suspended chord, kind of say some stuff around the A. Or if you're digging on that other B minor voicing and G voicing, you could do first finger on the D second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, and the pinky on the high E third. And it's called an A7 sus, and it sounds slightly unresolved, but that may be kind of a cool drum voicing idea. So you may want to kind of experiment with those. And we end up with kind of a half time on the G, half time on the A, and then we do our B minor. 2, 3, 4, G for 2, A minor, or A for 2, B minor, 2, 3, 4. You can double time that G, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, B minor. Oh, and then very end, we go G, and then the B minor, and then the A, and then the last time. Just kind of mix it up a little bit. Now, if you're doing the down, down, up, down, up, then on the G and the A, you may want to do just the down, down, up on those chords to kind of half the pattern, or you could split the pattern. This can be a little weird. But you can do the G with a down, down, and then hit the A for the up, and then an up, down. So you're not taking the pattern and splitting between the chords. it's G, down, A, up, down, up, B minor, G, down, up, A, down, up, B minor, G, A, B minor, G, B minor, A. Or if you're digging on the 16th, on the G and A, you may want to do the down, 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 up, kind of a half pattern idea. Or you could split the pattern. And then you could do the G with the down, 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 up, and then go to the A for the up, down, 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 up. Kind of split those. So G, A, B minor, G, A, B minor, G, A, B minor, G, B minor, A, for our chorus. And then from there, then we'll be going back into our intro. You could really work that any of those ways, or you could add basses to those, and you can make it a B minor, G, or working 16th, B minor, G. And from there, we come back in on our verse, which is that same progression. So we got our B minor, G, B minor, G, B minor, G, B minor, G. From there, then we're going into our next chorus. So we have a G, A, B minor. You're adding basses. G bass, down, A bass, down, B minor bass, down, G bass, down, A, B minor, G, B minor, A. Or if you're digging on the 16th with basses, you can do the bass, down, down, up, kind of on the G and A, and you kind of have the whole pattern on the B minor. Or you can split the pattern. G, A, G, A, B minor, G, B minor, A. And from there, then we'll be going into our bridge part. And our bridge kind of alternates between the B minor and an A chord, but suddenly in the on the A chord, sometimes you'll kind of hear the A string on the 4th fret, C sharp note, come out of the A. So there's a couple ways you can do that. You can take your first finger and kind of cover up the D, G, and B, almost like a little mini bar for the A chord. And your third finger can go to the A string on the 4th fret, and you may want to use that for your bass note, actually on that A, and you'll kind of hear that come out. Randomly, you could also add your pinky on the high 5th if you can make that stretch, almost like a little bar. I'm actually kind of using a little piece of a G major chord, but it's an A because you're setting it up on almost like a 2nd fret bar, G idea. But the main thing is going to be that A string on the 4th fret bass note. Now if that seems a little bit of a stretch, actually you could even take the A sus2 and then work your pinky for the A slash C sharp. That might make it a little bit easier. Or if you're on the A7 sus, actually, I wouldn't worry about it with that. The A sus2 with the pinky note, that can work pretty well. So if we tried it through our bridge with a bass down, up, down, up, you have the B minor, A slash C sharp, B minor, A, B minor, A slash C sharp, B minor, A. Or you're digging on the 16th, then you have the B minor, A slash C sharp, B minor, A, B minor, A slash C sharp, B minor, A. And from there, then we're going back into our verse part. Now, if you know other licks around your chords too, feel free to kind of take this lesson and run with it any way you want to. So it can be kind of cool to try and add and subtract things from the chords. like our intro, and if you wanted to, you could even kind of bring back those licks there. That'd be kind of a cool way to kind of end the tune too. Sometimes I like callbacks, you know, bringing back something from earlier. That kind of an idea. Or you could just work it with the chords. But that's the basics of how you can strum through 20% by abandoning Sunday. I love these guys. So good luck.